You are now tuned into the Chronicles of Guero Fantazma.
Got dogs barking. Welcome to the Chronicles of Guero Fantazma podcast. We're chilling, we're killing. I got that dog in me. Last video, I decapitated myself, dude. And by that I mean the video cut my head off, the top of my head. This is the importance, guys. We're learning. I need to get a good stand. I got this makeshift coffee cup, couple signs, different things that are holding this video up, dude. It's on the fringes, okay? It is. At this point, we are hanging on by a thread, but we're still hanging on. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys tuning in. Chronicles of Guero Fantazma. Where are we? Where are we in the stream of time? I'm still heavily invested in cryptocurrency. Sometimes I post about that on my Redefined Genetics Instagram, and everyone's like, what are you talking about, bro? This isn't fitness related. Listen, I'm also trying to make money because if you don't have money, you don't have freedom, right? You don't have the freedom to have your own schedule to go where you want to go. So I'm trying to make money, dog. Cryptocurrency, I got into cryptocurrency about 2 years ago, right before the last bull run, right before Bitcoin had to run up to 69,000. And I don't know what was going on. I think I had a couple $100 invested, and I was like, okay, right. I didn't really understand it fully. Man, when I first bought cryptocurrency, I had some money in Tether, and I was like, yo, this one ain't moving. It's a stable coin, you idiot. Huh? I didn't know. So, anyways, I can't remember the first one I bought Bitcoin. I have the date actually on my Twitter because to me, it's an important date, right? The first time you get into crypto, you don't understand. Cryptocurrency, I feel, has shed light for me, like peering into it, trying to understand it, has kind of shed light on the whole financial system. The financial system as a whole for what it is. I didn't know what reserve banking was. I didn't know what any of it is. So now, by just saying I want to invest in something, I don't understand stocks. I mean, I didn't. It's pretty much similar to cryptocurrency. You know, you invest in something. If the price goes up, your investment increases. If the price goes down, your investment decreases. You can sell. Hopefully you catch a top. You're able to sell your investment at the top. You know, it's very, very hard to call the tops, to guess where it's going. But if you invest in a project that you know is going somewhere, has decent tokenomics, sometimes they're garbage and you can't, the chances, even if it's crazy diluted, there's not going to be a lot of price movement because even if a lot of money flows in, there's more coins. You know what I mean? There's more tokens than there should be. If that makes sense. Some of them have a burning mechanism to where some of them get burned when whatever happens. Ethereum is deflationary. So instead of money, instead of like dollars, like USD, they pump more into the system. What you have is worth less. Ethereum is deflationary to where there's some kind of burning. There's a lot of people staking it. So some of even what the amount still, it will go to like staking rewards. So if you buy so much, you say you want to tie it up and put it in some kind of staking agreement, you get a certain percentage back. The percentages at the bank are garbage. I never knew this before, but you look at banks and they brag about the 1 or 2% that they give, not even 2%, 1 or 1.5% that they give you for holding your money at that bank. When you put money in the bank, they invest your money. They do what you should be doing. I didn't understand that before. So when people, the advice that they give, and I just saw a video of like Mark Cuban and someone else. These are people that are millionaires, maybe billion. I don't know if they're billionaires. Mark Cuban and one of the other the girls off Shark Tank, the blonde chick. They're like, their advice on money, it's ridiculous. They're like, save your money, dude. Saving your money nowadays is the dumbest thing you can do. If your money isn't, because even if you put it in a bank, they're going to invest your money, not for you. They're going to invest your money for them. So say you go to a bank and you put in $100,000. The next day you say, I would like to get my $100,000 out. They won't give it to you. They'll say, we don't have it. And you'll be like, huh? What do you mean? They don't have it. They invested your money. They invested it to someone else for some type of loan, and they're getting a percentage back. And even then, you look at a bigger scale, they're investing in the big companies that actually are profitable, that maybe they have dividends to where they're paying out. It's all like together. So, I mean, it's crazy to me to see millionaires and billionaires being like, save your money, because they're not saving their money. They're not. That's not why they're rich. They invested it. They create businesses. They've done things that have led them to the financial success that they have. They're all invested in cryptocurrency too. Kevin O'Leary, he said about some of his investments back in the day. Who knows if it's even the same anymore, but cryptocurrency is a part of his portfolio. I apologize for not being able to talk. But yeah, I mean, cryptocurrency is just, I think it's been fully determined as another financial class. So investors are going to be pouring in. They're all, a lot of companies are applying for that ETF, Bitcoin ETF, and I think Ethereum ETF too. I don't fully understand that, to be completely honest. But, with that, these are, what is it, like Fidelity, BlackRock, Vanguard. These are all companies that handle people's assets and investments. They invest for people, right? So they're investing in different things. Before you take it 2 years back, 3 years back, the dude from, what was he, from BlackRock, I think? I can't remember his name. Bald dude. Anyways, he was claiming that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is for it's for criminals, right? Money laundering, something that they know very much about. But now they're like, oh, now it's a good thing, and this is a very good thing that we can all take advantage of. So with money going into it, there's gonna be regulation with these big companies stepping in. And the SEC is trying really hard to halt the movement of cryptocurrency, but it's not. You're maybe slowing it down, but it's inevitable with these big companies that handle trillions of dollars that's now moving into the cryptocurrency market. It's inevitable. It's going to go up. And with Bitcoin going up, all the altcoins go up as well, most of them. So if you have investments, yeah, Bitcoin is going to be, it's going to be big. The halving, I think, is less than 200 days away, 100 and I don't know how many exactly. But if you look at the cycles, as soon as the halving happens, price shoots up. And with Bitcoin going up, all the other ones went up. When I first invested about 2.5 years ago, it was about 2.5. I remember seeing it shooting up one day. I think I had like Gala. I had I don't even remember. Solana maybe, Cardano. And I just remember the biggest one was Gala. I remember buying Gala at like 10 cents, I think, and it was shooting up. And I just had a couple $100s in, but I remember seeing my investments go from like a couple $100s to like five, six, $700, and I was like, damn, like this is nuts, you know. Gala shot all the way up to like 74 cents. I remember seeing that live. I was sitting on my couch and I was just kind of messing around on Coinbase. I was like, holy crap, this is insane, right? And I remember moving money back into Gala, just switching back and forth, not understanding what was happening, not putting more money into it. But yeah, I just remember it was happening quick and it was crazy, and didn't know what was going on. I was maybe a couple months in and a couple $100s in, and just like, what is happening? So I remember just that happening. It eventually shot down. I didn't sell anything. I didn't understand what was happening. Very, very basic knowledge. I remember my friends telling me about it, and I was like, this is a good idea. So I invested in, and yeah, I just remember that happening. Now, being in this long, went through we're still in a bear market. Now it's like, okay, like now I'm positioned pretty good. I've really been putting more and more money into it. I'm a good amount in. And I was a good amount in the beginning, but then it just kept like tanking, kept going down and down and down. And I remember thinking, man, should I just pull out? But I was like, man. And then I remember seeing people talk about the last bull runs, and I was like, this happens. Like this is like this kind of thing happens, you know. I'm new to investing in general. So now I'm like, okay, cool. Like, well, you know what? Let's just prepare for the next one. So I kept buying throughout the whole time. A lot of people are like, we're not buying. But whenever the price would go down, I'd buy more. Whenever the price would go down, I'd buy more. We're finally at when Bitcoin was like 14,000. Was it 14? Did it ever hit 14? I'm not sure. I remember 16. I remember 50. Yeah, it did hit 14. And even then, I was like, man. And there's a part of me that was still like, is it going to recover? And I remember just watching different people in the space being like, it will recover. And I was like, okay. And then you start seeing news of these companies wanting to bring in more investments, these investment companies wanting to bring in money into the markets, talking about how much money that they managed with their investing with other people's money. And I was like, man, this is going to go somewhere. Then they started comparing cryptocurrency to the internet, in the very, very early stages of the internet. Everybody thought it was stupid. And then, boom, we had it boom. We had that internet boom. So here we are at cryptocurrency, and I'm like, okay, I'm single. I have money to use. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna capitalize on this heavy. So, now I've been seeing a lot of videos, and everybody talks about this shift in generational wealth. There's going to be a huge shift. And yeah, with money, I think everybody's just getting fed up. You got the U.S. government printing more money and sending it into different countries, and now it's like we're all suffering from inflation. They're just printing more, and now what you have is worth less. So being able to invest your money in things that are actually going to increase in price. The goal is to outwork what inflation is doing to your money, right? So if inflation is chopping down your money at a certain percentage within a certain time, then being able to increase your money, having your money in a certain investment that's actually increasing at a higher rate than inflation is decreasing, right? I think one of the statistics they say is like, within so much amount of time, I don't know how many years, they say you're like $100,000 in the bank is going to be worth $75,000 or $50,000. And it's crazy. You see the price of everything going up, houses, groceries, gas, everything. And it's because money's not worth what it was, So what do? Well, Bitcoin, there's a fixed number, 21 million, I think it is. I could be wrong. I'm not as smart as these other people. I'm helping people understand the basics, okay? Because that's what I understand. So anyways, it's a fixed amount. If money had a fixed amount, if gold had a fixed amount, then there's no altering the amount, right? So if the demand increases, then the value increases, right? If more people want the thing that only there's so much of, then people are going to pay more to attain the thing, right? So with Bitcoin they say is digital gold. So it's like the gold, right? And the gold of cryptocurrency. It's the granddaddy, it's the big boy. It is created by an anonymous person. It is in the ether. No one can stop it. The transactions are not tampered with. It's all public on the blockchain. It's very, very hard to do things in a shady manner that can't be traced back to certain people. So it's very, very foolproof, right? So it is kind of crazy though, because whatever you have, wherever you have it, like in your wallet, there's cold storage wallets where you would take it off an exchange. If you buy cryptocurrency on an exchange, you're kind of at the mercy of the exchange, which FTX going down really showed that to be, a very dangerous thing. So they say whenever you buy exchanges, you want to buy the cryptocurrency and then remove it, take it off the exchange, because it's safer in a cold storage wallet. I have a couple. I have Ledger, and then I have Arculus as well. So getting into that, there's a lot to cryptocurrency. So the danger is like, okay, well, now I am fully in control of my money, right? I don't have it in a bank. Somebody robs the bank, you're insured for so much, but not all of it. If the exchange goes down, shoot, some people don't get any of their money back, which is insane. Shout out Sam Bankman-Fried. You're a crook. I didn't have any on FTX, which I was excited about, but I did open an account. And I was like, oh, cool, because they were doing everything to get people to invest money in there. They're like, you sign up. I think if you put like $1,000, you get $100, which is, I was like, dang, that's actually pretty good, right? Worth of cryptocurrency. But I mean, it all fell down, and a lot of I saw a recent video showing how much money that people were paid to promote FTX. Wild. Crazy. Kevin O'Leary was one of them. Football stars, different people. So, but the SEC is going after everyone. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. This is just kind of what it is. It's a newer thing, and you're going to have stuff like this kind of happen. But there is a huge risk behind it. But then there's also with risk, I don't know. You can be aggressively investing in certain things that could potentially 10x, 50x, and that's kind of where I'm at. I'm high risking a lot of my stuff because, why not? I'm kind of in a position now more than ever to be able to try for these things, and I'm still investing in some really, really high risk altcoins, but for the most part, the majority of all my portfolio is in projects that I believe in, that I believe will completely rocket up this next bull run, and I'm excited and ready to exit strategy some of these investments. So as time, I moved my face away so I could burp out of this thing, and then I ended up burping right into it. I apologize. So just kind of moving forward, this is not financial advice, by the way. I probably should have said that disclaimer in the beginning. But I think cryptocurrency is going to be a really big market and a huge thing to move forward in. And I know that most of my content is gym related and poetry, music, different things. But like I said, with financial, there is freedom. And I'm excited to see where the cryptocurrency market is going to go. I'm still heavily investing in the crypto market, and I'm excited to see kind of what happens in these next years. And I'm ready to hold for the long haul, because I do believe in the market, and I do think that a lot of people, I think they said 87%, I just saw a statistic, 87% are not anywhere near these markets. So 13% are in. That's crazy. And now, you have the big institutions that are looking at this like this is a good way to make money. So I think as we move forward, it's going to be something to really look into. So yeah, some of my content is going to be some things like this, man. Really good investment ideas, and like I said, I'm really kind of excited to see where it goes. I think it's inevitable. It's gonna go up, and so look into different projects and kind of figure out where you want to go. Look at the all-time highs. Don't expect it to hit that again. Hope that it does. Be realistic with your exit strategy. Looking at a project, being like, "Oh, this is gonna go." What was Solana was like $200 and some dollars. It's now like $24, something about that right now. So being like, "Oh, this is gonna go back to 200." Like it could go past it. It could not reach it. Like you have to really be realistic with your investments, and locking in a 5x versus waiting for it to hit a 10x and it doesn't happen, and then you lose even the 5x because you get greedy. That's not the best thing, So you're being able to capitalize on your investments and being realistic with where you want it to go, with where you hope it to go. If you have more time, if you're able to invest more time into the market, well, they say time in the market beats timing the market. So just do what you can to do all the research needed. And then once you get into some of these projects, a lot of them are partnering up with a lot of different things. I think XRP just partnered with BlackRock or something like that. Don't quote me on that. And then, just a lot of different companies are kind of partnering with different companies. That doesn't really mean a huge thing. You could be like, man, it's gonna really rock it because you see this one thing. All of them are partnering with a lot of different companies. So don't take one detail that you see or read about a company and say, okay, I'm all in. Continue to do research. Continue to do your own research. DYOR. And once you kind of decide on a couple investments, then move forward with them. And if you even want to get into the crypto market, some people are getting into real estate. I'm in the crypto market, and I would love to get into real estate if and when I do. Hopefully it pops off, and then I'm able to buy a fourplex, live in one of them, and rent out the other three. That's my plan. I'm hoping that goes somewhere eventually. I'm excited to see what's to come. Anyways, I'm going to be working on my other businesses in the meantime, working my full-time job that I have going on right now. And, I'm excited to just kind of see where everything goes. Right now, more than ever, it is a very, very dark time for everyone's finances, basically. So finding a way to get yourself out of the rut that you're in. There's plenty and different ways on the internet that you can make money. Content creation is one of them. So here we are. And then also, too, with my business and hopefully bringing some merch. I will have some cryptocurrency-related T-shirts as well under the Chronicles of Guero Fantazma umbrella, right? Cryptocurrency, Redefine Genetics for the fitness brand, and then Restore and Recreate for the vehicle brand that I'm working on vehicles with my dad, that kind of content. I will have some really cool T-shirts with that as well. So thank you again for listening. I really hope you can support, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you learn anything, like the video, and continue on with my journey. I'm going to be sharing everything. I'm going to be very, very transparent and open moving forward. Like I said, again, this is not financial advice, but I hope that someone can get a piece from what I shared and actually learn something, maybe pique their interest to where they can actually look into different ways of beating out inflation, right? We're here to try to just survive, people, maybe even thrive a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. So thank you again for listening to the Chronicles of Guero Fantazma. This podcast is going to end here, and I hope you tune in for the next one. Thanks, guys.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.